Have you ever felt like you have so little, but the need around you is so great? It can feel overwhelming, like you're trying to fill an ocean with a thimble? There's a powerful story that speaks directly to this feeling, a moment when a massive crowd was hungry and the solution seemed impossibly small. It's the story of how Jesus fed 5,000 people with almost nothing. Imagine this, a huge crowd, thousands of men, women, and children, gathered on a grassy hillside. They've been listening to Jesus teach all day, captivated by his words. As evening approaches, a practical problem arises. They're far from any town, and everyone is getting hungry. The disciples, being practical guys, come to Jesus and say, "This is a remote place, and it's already getting late. Send the crowds away so they can go to the villages and buy themselves some food." It makes perfect sense, right? It was the logical thing to do. But Jesus looks at them and says something that must have sounded crazy. They do not need to go away. You give them something to eat. The disciples were probably stunned. Us? How? We only have 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. That's barely enough for one family, let alone this massive crowd. They saw the problem, but they couldn't see past their limited resources. This is where the story turns. Jesus doesn't dismiss their concern. Instead, he says, "Bring them here to me." He takes the little they have, the 5 small barley loaves, and 2 small fish, and he does something profound. He looks up to heaven, gives thanks, and breaks the bread. Then he gives it back to the disciples to distribute to the people. And here's where the miracle unfolds. As the disciples start handing out the food, it doesn't run out, it multiplies. Everyone eats, not just a little snack, but they all ate and were satisfied. Think about that, 5,000 men, plus women and children, all eating until they were full, from a lunch that was barely enough for a boy. But the story doesn't even end there. After everyone has had their fill, Jesus tells his disciples, "Gather the pieces that are left over, let nothing be wasted." And what did they collect? 12 baskets full of leftovers. 12. They started with a handful and ended with an abundance, far more than what they began with. So what does this story mean for us today? It's not just about a historical event. It's a lesson in faith, trust, and the nature of abundance. It shows us that what we have, no matter how small or insignificant it may seem in our own eyes, can be used for incredible things when we place it in God's hands. Often, we focus on what we lack. We say, "I don't have enough time, enough money, enough talent, enough energy." We look at the enormous needs of the world, our communities, or even our own families, and we feel completely inadequate. We're just like the disciples, holding our 5 loaves and 2 fish, thinking, "This is impossible." But Jesus' response to us is the same as it was to them. "Bring it to me." He invites us to offer up our not enough, our small acts of kindness, our limited resources, our simple efforts. When we give what we have with a grateful heart, trusting that it can be used for a greater purpose, something amazing happens. He takes our humble offering and multiplies it in ways we could never imagine. The miracle wasn't just about the multiplication of food, it was about a shift in perspective. It was about moving from a mindset of scarcity to a mindset of divine abundance. It teaches us that God's economy is different from ours. He doesn't see limitations, he sees potential. So, the next time you feel like what you have is too little, remember this story. Remember the 5 loaves and 2 fish. Don't be discouraged by the size of your offering. Instead, offer it with thanks. Trust that what you bring to the table can be blessed, broken, and multiplied to meet the needs of many. Your small act of generosity, your simple prayer, your moment of encouragement to it might just be the start of a miracle. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content that explores faith in our daily lives. See you next time.